Test, test.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Test, test.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. How are you? You're up there. 'Cause I can't sit there.
Your mics are live and we are streaming as well. Good morning.
Hey, Sean,
Yeah.
that second recommendation,
Yeah.
what did you actually correct? Let's not put the correct building details from recent sale.
Good morning. Can everyone hear and see okay? And we are streaming live and your sound is live as well. Anyone here?
It was a correction to bathroom count.
Okay.
And
And something else as well?
yeah, it was a lack of building grading.
Okay.
Getting the feedback.
Was it effective age or?
Yeah.
I think we're ready to start our meeting.
I'd like to call the Proctor City Council Local Board of Appeals and Equalization meeting for Thursday, May 13th, 2021 to order. Roll call. We'll do Councilor DeWall. Here. Councilor Benson.
Present.
Councilor Reuter.
Present.
Councilor Johnson.
Here.
Mayor Ward is here. Let the minutes reflect County's Assessor's Office is on via Zoom. Administrator Rich is in person and Megan Jordan. Looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Councilor Reuter made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Sent by Councilor Johnson. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. Before we go to new business, I would just like to say a couple things regarding this meeting. The purpose of the Local Board of Appeal and Equalization meeting is to provide a fair and objective forum for property owners to appeal their valuation or classification. The local board serves as a first foremost step in the appeals process for taxpayers. This is a reminder that property owners can only appeal for the current year valuation or classification can be made. Taxes or prior year's assessments are not within the jurisdiction of this board. Another reminder that property owners may only appeal the estimated market value, EMV, and that the appeals process is concerning this amount, not tax amounts. The order of the appellants will be by write-ins first. I believe we have 2 write-ins, followed by walk-ins on a first-come basis, and then we'll take any call-ins. The expectations of the appellant while presenting his or her appeal. The appellant should state their name, property address, or parcel code ID if they have that available. And if you are in council chambers, we'd ask that you stand at the mic and present your case and be available to answer any questions that the council may have. We are going to impose a 5-minute time limit in case we have a lot of call-ins. We're not sure how many people will be calling in, but we'll play around with that, but 5 minutes for sure. So that is all I have before we go to new business. Did council have any questions or concerns before starting this meeting?
Mr. Mayor,
Councilor Benson.
As we start the formal process of the meeting, I do have a handful of questions for the appraisers, assessors, unless they have an opening statement. My questions could follow their statements.
We can do that, see what they have to say, and then if you have any other questions, we'll go from there. Okay, that'll bring us to 1A, property owner appeals to valuations of building and property. We'll open the floor to the county assessor's office. If they had any opening statements to make.
Sean,
Yes.
any opening statement?
We had a 2% increase on land and building based on the sales in the past year. Those were the only changes that were made in Proctor.
Also, changes made for new construction and demolition purposes.
Thank you. Councilor Benson, did that answer your questions?
No. I would like to ask if they have available what the market value of Proctor is.
I apologize. I'm having a real difficult time hearing or understanding what the question is.
Mr. Worthington, can you hear me okay? This is Jess.
Yes, I can.
The
Yes,
question
Jess, I
from-
can hear you.
The question from Councilor Benson is if you had a total market value for the city of Proctor.
Yes, we have an assessment book that I certainly can provide.
Total market value for the city is $248,036,400.
And is there a percentage increase over last year?
The question is there a percentage increase over last year?
Sean, you might want to just refer to the cover letter on the sales book.
Yeah, that cover letter for the sales book that should have been sent to you last week by Jeff should kind of give an overview of the changes that took place.
Sean, that is in their council packet.
Okay.
And it might be better if I address them after the meeting, because I'm not getting the answers that I'm really seeking. But the other last question is, what is the amount of relief will we be able to pass along to our residents? Dollar value.
So I don't know that that's a question that the assessor can answer. I think that's related to our budget. So you're looking for the bottom line that would affect people's taxes?
Yeah. And usually in the past, we were able to give a percentage, like 10% of the market value in relief. So if people come in complaining about their property values, their housing values, commercial values, we could give X amount of dollars back. So I was wondering what that ceiling was, or is.
So let me just understand you correctly. People would come to the Board of Review, present their value, and ask what that would do to their taxes, and that number would... I'm sorry.
This has nothing to do with taxes. It's just that usually, people will come and say their property values are less than what's stated. And sometimes we will say, no, they're not. We believe that the property values are okay. We can increase them from what I understand from the state statutes, but we could also lower them. And someone says, my value is $10,000 less than what it is. We would put that on paper, whether it's property values or building values. And I was just wondering what that limit was. And again, nothing to do with taxes.
So
So
is it the amount, you're asking the amount that you can raise it by or lower it by, what that limit is?
yeah, mostly
What your
lower it.
authority- What your authority is as the board?
Yeah, so hypothetically, if we had 100 people in here and everyone wanted, said their property values were $10,000 less than they are, do we have enough to grant everyone that request?
If I'm understanding correctly, I can barely hear, but I think if I'm understanding correctly, are you speaking of the 1% number?
Yes.
So the local board has the authority to change values up to 1% of the entire estimated market value of the city itself.
Yeah.
So in this particular case, if that is of what you're speaking, it's northwards of $2 million.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Counselor. I wasn't understanding the question.
Thank you. Is there any further questions before moving on? Hearing none, we'll go to 1A, Property Owner Appeals and Valuations of Building and Property. In your packet, we'll start with the first letter regarding parcel codes 185-0040-00010 and 185-0040-00020. This is the 151st Street address.
May I get those parcel numbers
Yep.
for the minutes, please?
This is regarding parcel 4010 and 4020.
So is 185 dash
0010,
0010.
00040, 10,
Okay.
and 0020.
One eight. You say 10 or 40?
Nope, I'm sorry, you have the wrong parcel. I gave you the wrong number. It is 185 0040 00010. Correct.
The same thing with the other one, it's 40?
Yeah, 40 and the last two digits 20, the adjoining property.
Thank you.
Are you ready with this one?
Yes.
Okay, Sean, I believe this was a clerical matter that you needed to clear up?
Yes, this was a clerical. It came to our attention that the garage was valued on both parcels, and so the correction of value was just removing that garage from the parcel that it did not exist on.
So this issue has been cleared up and okayed with the county assessor's office? Is that what I'm hearing?
What is your recommended change in value then on the parcels?
They
The
pulled that up.
recommended change on 185-0040-00010 would be a reduction of $7,300.
What was that amount?
It is the recommendation is a reduction on the estimated building value, correct? At $7,300. On
Correct.
parcel ending in 10. And I
Correct.
believe the appellant is standing up to the podium. He may want to speak on that.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask Sean if that included the gas fireplace.
The question was, Sean, did that include the removal of the gas fireplace?
Yes.
Okay. That's it for me.
Thank you. So
There
you-
was there anything that was going on with the parcel ending in 20, Sean?
No.
Okay.
So I guess we'll look for a motion to go with the county assessor's recommendation of reducing parcel ending in 00010 by $7,300, and no change on the parcel ending in 00020.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Reuter made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilor Johnson. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. That'll bring us to our second write-in, and thank you for coming. And that will be in regards to 36 Grove Street. I don't see a parcel ID on this one, though.
The parcel ID on this appeal is 185-0070-01390. 01390.
This is a written appeal?
This is, yes.
Thank you.
So as soon as the county's ready with that one, they can proceed.
Are you ready to proceed with this one, Sean?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The owner informed me that she had some concerns over the increase from last year to this year that was applied across the board. I did go over that property record. Everything that we have on the property record is accurate. I guess I would wait to hear from the property owner what their concern is.
The property owner is not present.
Okay. With that, there was an appraisal. This was a purchase back in May of 2019. We have reviewed both the property record and the fee appraisal that was done at the time of purchase. The 2% increase that was applied to this property was the same percent increase that every other property saw. That's all the county has.
What's the county's recommendation on this one?
No change.
Thank you. So council has heard the recommendation from the county. Is there a motion to do no change to this parcel ID?
Mr. Mayor?
Councilor Benson.
Thank you. So as we're looking at that, the next four properties, and concerning this one, the 36, what is that, 36 Grove?
Yes,
36
Councilor.
Grove Street, there was no written or oral submissions?
There is a written letter in your packet.
There's a letter.
And that was emailed to you as well.
I did not see this earlier.
Essentially, Ms. Snyder is asking for a reduction down to 275,000.
I guess this is a question for the appraisers. When valuating homes, properties, and she's given a list of 3, is this on square foot values or just conditions of the property and the home?
Assessors, Counselor Benson asked the question, is what you base the assessment, the appraisal on? Is it square footage or the condition of the home and property?
Well, we are looking at the effective age of a building. We're looking at the quality of materials used during construction or remodel. We're looking at their current condition. And that is what we are looking at then in terms of square footage. And so it's being valued as every other similar home in Proctor in that regard.
Any other questions before we entertain a motion? Hearing none. So the county has recommended that there be no change to this parcel. Looking for a motion to do no change, or what's council's thoughts?
I'll make the motion, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Reuter made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Councilor DeWall seconds that. Any further discussion?
I would just like to offer an opinion of 270,000. Slight reduction.
Well, we do have a motion on the floor with a second, so that would have to be recalled if that's what councils would like to do.
Just a question of Mr. Benson. Based on what do we want to reduce it to 270? I mean, even the homeowner's asking for 275.
I was trying to do the math. I didn't see the letters, so I'm trying to catch up. So right now it's 280 and she's requesting 275. So I would,
Right now it's 285.
The total is 285.
okay, I was just looking at her property tax statement, her parcel statement. So I would go with 275.
Any further discussion on that? Hearing none. We have a motion on the floor with a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Oppose?
Aye.
Roll call vote, please, Administrator Rich.
Counselor Johnson.
Yes.
Counselor Roweider.
Yes.
Counselor Benson.
No.
Counselor DeWall.
Yes.
Mayor Ward.
Yes. Motion passes.
So Sean, if you didn't hear the motion was to accept your recommendation and keep the assessment the same. We had 4 counselors voting yes and 1 voting no.
Thank you, Jess.
You're welcome.
So at this time, it doesn't appear to be any walk-ins. Is there anyone out there? I don't see anyone, but, So we will move forward with taking phone call-ins. Oh, I'm sorry. The call-in number is 218-628-6289. If you'd like to discuss your parcel code, please call in at this time.
And I do have until 11 o'clock.
Okay.
We do have one other person that came forward and reviewed the property record. It was a purchase recently, and based on corrections to that property record after reviewing it, we do have a recommendation, and it's for parcel 185-0050-01210 for a Matthew Anderson.
That parcel is up on the screen as well, if you needed to familiarize yourself with it.
Can they give a description of what
Address?
they're looking for here on this one?
Yep, Sean, can you give the council a description on what the issue was and how it was resolved, and then your recommendation, please?
This came down to both the grading, the overall condition of the property. This had been an owner-occupied duplex, and at the time that it sold, they called and mentioned that it appeared that some of the details may be inaccurate. So I reviewed the property record with them, identified a couple of items, and so my recommendation on that is a correction to those building characteristics that results in a reduction of $15,300. It would take the value from, currently we're at $158,900, and it would reduce it to $143,600.
Thank you. You heard the recommendation from the County Assessor's Office regarding parcel code ending in 01210, reducing their building value $15,300, bringing it from $158,900 to $143,600. Is there a motion to accept that recommendation?
So move.
Councilor Johnson made the motion. Is there a second? I'll second that. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes.
Sean, that the council voted unanimously to accept your recommendation on this parcel.
Okay. And that is all that the county has in terms of correspondence or anyone who reached out to us on the entirety of Proctor.
Thank you. So we'll give it till, I think Administrator Rich said 11 o'clock for any call-ins.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilor Benson.
we're going to stay open till 11. So until someone calls in, I do have a question for the St. Louis County folks.
By all means, Councilor Benson.
It appears that, according to the book that we received, about 4 points. Oh, thank you. It appears about 4.6% of the homes in Proctor sold, which is about half of what usually gets sold in a given year. Is that mostly because of the pandemic? So that would be my question.
What'd you say that percentage was, Councilor?
I thought it was 4.6 based on approximately 1,100 homes or residents in town. Not so much the commercial property, just residential, since that's what we had in our little packet. I think in the past, usually we get 10%, so I was just wondering what the drop was whether we become a less desirable city or because of the pandemic or people staying at home, prices too high, too low.
Is that a typical number that the county's seeing around the area, or is Proctor's percentage on Councilor Benson there a little less?
And that's what I was wondering, how it related to other areas as well, if this is a typical year or not, compared to others.
I don't know if they can hear us.
I'm gonna put it in a chat in case he's not hearing it. I don't know why he's not hearing it. I'm gonna put your question in a chat so he can get, sorry, it's so loud in here.
Yeah, from our end, it's rather audible. It's very difficult to hear other than you, Josh.
Is the computer?
Can you hear me now, Sean?
I can hear you. You're coming through crystal clear, but the board is garbled. I can't understand the conversation.
I wonder if he's just picking up on that.
Councilor Benson, I'm gonna have you ask the question again and see if you can hear it through that speaker.
Mike,
I'm gonna just do a test. You're speaking actually into this speaker. You may just want to do a test.
I didn't know it was also acting as a microphone. So the question is that it appears about,
Can you just ask if they hear you first?
oh, could you hear? Oh, could you hear me? Oh, maybe it might just be easier for me to text him after the meeting.
Go ahead and ask your question. He can hear you.
Oh, and the question is, it appears that approximately 4.6% of all the homes sold in Proctor was the number, 4.6%, based on what was presented to the council. Is that typical, or is it because of the pandemic that the numbers were down?
Well, I believe that the overall market, we have had an imbalance in supply and demand. A lot of people qualifying to get mortgages, not a lot of homes for sale, and that has been increasing our overall property values due to that, coupled with historically low interest rates. I believe that, yeah, the pandemic, it appears, has dampened people coming out and responding. Most of our local boards have been very quiet this year. We haven't had a lot of people coming and expressing concern over the increases. I attribute some of that to the amount of media coverage and anybody who has been kind of paying attention to the real estate market. I think they're seeing that their neighbor's house recently sold, and what it sold for was even more than what was asking. So I don't know if that answers your question, Councilor Benson, but yeah, we have not seen a lot of appeals in general for this year.
So a short follow-up question. Since there seems to be low interest rates and a demand and home values increasing, can we expect to see more people next year at our board of review?
Well, it's hard to say. Not being a fortune teller, I do know that the market right now is in a state of imbalance given how many homes are currently available for sale. That combined with the enormous amount of demand, I would anticipate that we
Much. Thank you.
That's about average for a lot that's got water and sewer. Yeah. Well, you take that into consideration. Does he? St. Rose, what's this? School over there. He does. You get, St. Rose is here. The street comes in. Jake owns like here down 40 acres south, like from here down. Because St. Rose owns from here all the way up to there. Because there was, the guy partners that Jake Swift wanted to sell us this here, and we'd give them all this up there to build it. He said no.
So that hill, it's right here, it's St. Rose's.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, we might not be down this far, but up here, then you know. Yeah, lots of, it's hard to find a lot even. Used to be his, I think. Oh, do we? Okay, I don't know which part you own, but at one time from St. Rose all the way down to Curtis, they owned. But when we got ready to build Curtis Street, they let this over 40 go tax. I don't know who owns it now. I thought that was what you guys bought, but maybe not. You might have bought the next chunk of it. Yeah, yeah. Well, they said that if you want to build an average house right now, it's $36,000 more than it was 2 years ago, or a year ago. Just because a 2x4 is $10. We used to buy them for what, 98 cents or $1.10 or something, other $10. I don't know. East, yeah. bumpers or? I mean, you can never have a garage too big. No. But I can't imagine building one now. I usually don't go on the opener, it's a zoo. We went last weekend down to my son's cabin, he's got a cabin down by Aiken on Gun Lake. And there was 6 of us, rural boys, went down there and fished Friday and Saturday. We kept 30 nice crappies, had a big crappie feed, it was great. Yeah, I probably won't go, I don't know when I'm gonna go. I can go anytime I want, but I try to avoid the weekends.
Well, if you ever need a partner, just say yo.
I'm waiting to hear what Canada's gonna do. You don't think they will? They're gonna kill, what do the resort owners do? I mean, a lot of the resort owners are American. Well, the place where I go, by Danzler's there, you know, timing is everything. 2019, when I was there, they just bought another resort. So they have 2 of them. They couldn't be open at all last year, and if they can't be open this year, how the hell you stay in business? You know, and they're from Kansas, so they can't even go up and check on their place. Gensler's the same way. I ran into Danny down in Florida playing golf with him, me and my brother, and he said that he didn't take any money out of the place last year because nobody was there. He said, you can't handle it one more year like this, I'll probably go under. I mean, you got everybody that goes to those are American, you know, so you're kind of screwed. Right now it's closed till the 21st of this month, but they just keep moving it back a month all the time. There supposedly is a lot of pressure to have them open up on Memorial Day, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Well, I don't think they're even allowing them in Canada to go from province to province yet. No, you're restricted to stay in your own province.
Ohio's at 42% getting a shot. So they took $1 million in COVID money for a lottery. Get your shot, usually a lottery.
You can win $1 million bucks. Well, there's a lot of people that just don't want to get the shot.
That's an incentive. I think St. Louis County is about 10 times higher than the state. Really? Yeah. That's surprising. I think Cook County is the highest in Minnesota. Which kind of surprised me because I thought they were the oldest county.
Oh, you mean just the count? Yeah, yeah.
I'd say 5.
Anybody sign up for the city council meeting? Yes?
What that?
Anybody call to sign up for the city council meeting on Monday?
Did I expect it?
I'm wondering.
Yeah, but we missed the registration, probably didn't do it.
State of Minnesota 61%, St. Louis County 62%, Cook County 79%.
That's pretty shocked.
Yeah. Or
It's hard to see the screen through all these plexiglass. I'll say it's hard to see the screen through all this plexiglass stuff.
Kind of annoying.
I believe that the.
Does the flashlight about the picture?
Yeah, it washes it out a little more. I was up at the, what? Like, the heck? No.
Oh, I'm sorry, if you didn't hear me, yeah, that is my email.
I was up at the senior banquet last night.
Oh,
Nice.
it's nice that they're able to do that stuff again,
Yeah.
you know. So I told Tim, I said, it's great that they're able to have these things, and he says there's still people, still gets called people bitching about not doing this, not having that, not putting up pictures. I said, did you tell them that? Call the seniors from last year and see how it went for them. You should be happy.
Well, no, when you look at Hermantown, there's been a Hermantown school on that COVID list since the start of school.
Ma'am, your pen?
Not very good training for me, though. I need to see it live and
No.
happening.
Yeah, that email that was sent out by the commissioners said sometime in July, didn't it?
So I spoke with Anthony.
We're ready if
Bush.
they're done.
Wood. Sorry.
To secure the turf center, the old hockey rink, for Memorial Day in case of rain.
Well, it is 11:01, so at this time we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Councilor Reuter made the motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Councilor Johnson. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. Thanks to St. Louis County for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good day.